That's all I know. I don't know other words.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Madness of the Land.
Welcome to Just Madness.
I know.
Copyright strike.
Copyright strike.
I don't think we could ever be copyright struck for mere you singing that.
Excuse me. I sing like a goddess. Okay.
Of the underworld.
Like a particularly tone-deaf goddess, yes.
A
I
particularly
didn't say it was a
delusional
good
goddess.
I didn't say it was a good. Like
A goddess
like a
of
chaotic
bad-
evil one, maybe.
Like a seal goddess. It's just a seal. You know?
Now you're insulting the seals, guys. Come on.
Seals!
You sing like a narwhal.
No.
Narwhals swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion because they are so awesome.
I thought I said no.
Well, it wasn't quick enough, Tantus.
I said no before you even
Even if it
started.
was.
Before you even
It
started.
was. It doesn't matter.
Good work, Joe.
The
Good
no is
work.
invalid after
I'm
3
sorry,
seconds.
narwhals trump you, Tantus.
Do they? Do they?
Yes.
Or do rocks fall?
I mean,
Or
they
rocks
could
fall,
beat a poor bear in
narwhals
a fight.
die.
Like an underwater unicorn, they gotta kick out special horn, they're the Jedi of the sea.
Rocks fall, narwhals die.
Well, that's just
No,
rude.
no. These are
Wait.
immortal
How about
narwhals.
this? A telephone rings. Boom! Narwhals are dead.
How's that
No.
work?
It's not funny.
I don't
It's not
think
supposed to be.
anyone but you gets that.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be like the telephone rings, you answer it, and you explode. That's like it's like the modern day rocks fall, everyone dies.
It's not funny. Narwhals. Death is not a joke.
It is. It is. I want to. I'm going to have a throne of narwhal horn.
No, in the tusk of the narwhal.
Anyway, so
It's,
I
Tusk
really
of
wish,
the
like,
narwhal.
Chip
It's,
we have a bunch of people
I
here.
really wish Chip would have went on
play
with it.
D&D.
Like, he'd be like, narwhal death is not a joke. Every year. What is I was singing?
Every year, Tantus kills many narwhals to fuel his throne.
hold on.
Not enough narwhal.
Narwhal death is not a joke. Every year, tens of thousands of narwhals die to Tantus's bad jokes. There you go.
I would believe that.
I know.
So,
I'm funny one.
Dungeons and Dragons!
fire to the
How's
ring.
Zach doing?
Zach?
Mm-hmm.
Zach is pissed because he feels like he lost his combat efficiency. He feels like a part of him had
Oh,
died.
get over it.
That part that is resistant to damage, and it hurts. Damage hurts a lot.
Cry me a river.
Blah blah blah. Your need.
And then set fire to it.
Yeah. And then set fire to it. Yeah.
And can you really give him shit, Grits? Because for the past I don't know how many fights, you've just acted as if you've had rage, but to everything.
I just punch things. That's all I ever do, though.
She cheats. She's using Fingers McGee over there. Yeah.
Mads, how's Signe doing?
You know, the whole burning the bodies thing didn't work. She's a little upset about that. And now we have an army after us, so that's fun.
Seems like a
Well, I mean, to be fair, they can't follow us as long as we're not stupid.
Also, to be fair, they would be
have you
after us
met
no
us?
matter what.
Have you met us? Collectively, I think we have like an 8 intelligence.
That's not
Is that
true.
average or a total?
Total.
I have 19.
She means
That jumps-
modifier. I have -1.
I have a +1 mod.
No, you don't. Not as a collective
Almost
group.
a
Wait,
+2.
intelligence.
As a collective group, we share about 3 brain cells, alright?
This is accurate.
I claim
No,
one.
Not even 5. We don't each have 1.
No.
Like,
No.
No.
Grits and I share half of one, remember?
Yeah.
And I'm 2 of them.
Yeah. Ulfgar is 2 of our brain cells. The rest is shared amongst the other.
Well, okay, no, he was 2. Now he's like a corroded 1.5. Like,
I claim
Yeah,
custody
he's like
at
So
one
night.
and a
that
half.
Chance and you share a quarter each.
I mean, we share like a half.
Uh-huh. Anyway, speaking of
Two
Chance,
humans.
Joe, how's Chance doing?
Wishes he would have brought a shovel.
That would have
Bury
helped.
the bodies or to bury the rest of us?
Yes.
Little from column A, little from column B.
Yep.
I knew fire would have been bad. Fire was so bad. That was such a stupid idea.
Tiff, how's
Yep, we did
Ulfgar doing?
Not that bad. I mean, he got hit a little bit, but got healed for it, and I mean, just kept not hitting him. He's a tank now, apparently. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get hit.
That's true. For other
Wow,
reasons.
what a surprise! A person who
You don't
never
count.
gets close to a fight didn't get
No,
hit.
no, I've stabbed people before.
Mm-hmm. He has
Were they
stabbed-
already dead?
No. I have a few swords and a dagger of venom.
He has tried to use the dagger of venom, and failed to use the dagger of venom. Often. Anyway, Rachel, how's Grits doing?
Imagine if Grits had that.
She's, doing all right. She's. It says I'm at full health. Did I get healed back up all the way?
We
Oh,
did.
you know what? I
so.
didn't take any damage because they were
No,
focused
I
on
did.
something else.
I did. I
Yeah.
got my ass handed to me.
That's right. I'm like, I
Also-
have full health. I however, do not have.
Are you
any
sure it wasn't
bullets.
your golden boobs handed to you?
Golden tits. I appreciate if you used the right term.
Yeah,
Thank
use
you.
the right term.
And
Melons.
and luckily we are disguised.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some golden bahangalongas.
So yeah, so last
Don't
time,
start.
having broken
Stop ogling
the
him.
camp where you were all getting drunk at, you decided to continue your mission heading north along the cliff walls, heading to wherever this place is that as far as you know, the King of the Calada is at. Along the way, you ran into some soldiers who came over to you, riding large tigers, and you got into a fight with them.
They started it.
Ulfgar scared the tigers away.
Ulfgar scared the tigers away and got them very, very angry at you. On which then you got into a fight with them, killed them, and burned their bodies. As the nearby troops noticed tigers running away and came to investigate,
And fire.
some of their commanders mysteriously disappearing. And the fire.
We left. We're running. We're hauling ass.
Yes.
I cast pass
You,
out trace.
yes.
We're
And
hauling
you
ass.
and you seemingly got away without any sign of them.
Mhm.
So you can
That
continue.
was bad. That was really bad. As we're just running along, like trying to get as far away as we can.
Yep.
All right. We need to
Get a
push it.
shovel in our bag at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know if that we
But
would
I'm
have
more
had
worried
time to
about the
take
fact that
them.
they might increase guard around King. We should hurry. We should try to get there as fast as we can.
Well, that seems to be the plan. So we are heading in that direction.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get there a lot faster than you guys. Just saying. It's definitely-
We can all
you
sit on your
faster than I
shoulders.
could. To which one?
Both? Because you both spoke at the same time.
He said that we should all get on your shoulders, and I said all of you can get there faster than I can.
True. I cannot carry
Well,
on,
sadly,
though.
no one has the strength to carry him now, so we're just gonna have to deal.
To be fair, I can carry him.
Do you
Yeah.
want
I'm
to
just not
carry
that
him
much
then?
faster. I'm just not that much faster.
Exactly.
So
Well, we give the belt to Grits and she carries us all.
I don't know
She's
if she has enough strength for that. That's a lot of strength.
How much strength do you need?
I think
to
it's
carry 4 of us, and you will
one,
only have
one
double.
obsidian boy, one dwarf, a very tall Aasimar, and that he.
An average human.
But you can fly, so
average
your
human.
bones are hollow, right?
What?
No.
She's not a bird. She's not a bird.
I'm also not that type of Aasimar.
You might be.
All right. So, like I
No.
said at the end, just to remind you, Tantus, I'm gonna look like one of the commanders, one of the people that were that
The
are
main
acting
one?
a
Yeah.
higher position.
Yeah, you're gonna look like it would have looked like an
The one
officer.
we killed, right?
Yes.
Yes, the
Mhm.
one we killed. That might be a good idea. Might not be.
Might be awkward.
Well,
Like, wait a
hopefully
minute,
his
Bob?
face got burned off and they don't know it's him.
They'll know it's him, but that doesn't mean everyone knows what he looks like.
So eventually, though, you will reach the area where the cliff face begins to curve back to the west, and this is getting around the time that you would rest again for your evening.
Do we want to?
Do we want to face the king exhausted?
No, I'm thinking, do we want to get as close as we can and rest just before we go into a cave,
Yeah.
instead of stopping here and then traveling?
So you're saying
You know
push
what I'm
just a little further to get kind
Just
of
push
closer
and then stop before we, interact. Keep pushing until we get as close as we can.
Okay.
Is what my thought. I'm
I'll-
asking them. Do you guys?
I'll
wanna do
stay
that?
ahead and make sure we don't run into anything.
How far away? Actually, we should ask this. How many days do we think we have left? Because if we have a set number of days, then it doesn't matter.
With the area marked on your map, because the area was like a circle, like let's say it's like a circle where the square is on the map that you guys can see. Think of that as a circle that's on the map marking that area. That's not 100% accurate, and it would take you probably at least half a day to enter into that area of travel, probably. So maybe it could be on the edge, so it could be anywhere from half a day to a day and a half, I would say. We can estimate. That would take you to travel
So I
that
say we push.
distance.
I say we push a half a day, another half a day, and then rest.
Yeah, to get as
And
close as
then,
we can.
yeah, to get as close as we can, in case they pump up guards anywhere in between there and here. We don't know what their setup is.
Okay. So you can push
I'll
yourself...
stay,
Yeah, you're gonna stay ahead. Give me a perception check then, just to let me know what your general perception
and I'll
is.
give you a stealth too.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep an eye out behind us.
Okay. About how far ahead are you going to go? Because remember, this is mostly open field with less...
Like 30 feet.
Okay, that's not a lot.
Well,
For-
I'm 60 feet.
Yeah, okay. You have advantage? Oh yeah, you've got advantage.
Yeah, the shield.
Yep. Okay. You'll travel for the next half a day. So you will be exhausted when you are going to rest then. I will let you know. So you're thinking you're beginning to get to the edge of that circle on your map. Again, you're not 100% accurate, and you're kind of guesstimating. But you think you got to that edge, and that's when you're going to rest, you said?
Grits is good with maps. Like, to be
Yeah.
fair.
I am
Grits,
a
can you
cartographer.
roll me a cartographer tools check, actually?
I'm also gonna.
Okay, yeah.
pull out-
Then that's what you think you're pretty accurate. You're thinking
And I have
probably...
had 2 days where I flew up in the air and took like a
Yeah.
nice.
You're thinking at this point in time, you're going to estimate, just from the nature of how things were on the map you saw, that most likely in the center of the circle you have marked, somewhere around that center. So you're thinking it's probably not going to be that full 1.5 days. You're thinking at most it should be 1 day. And you've traveled half a day now. So at most you should be half a day from where it is. You,
Hold on.
like, Chance
What's
currently doesn't see it, and, Chance has got a good view of, like, at least a couple of miles. We'll say, Chance, you can probably see at least 4 miles ahead of you, you think? Decently?
So we're- What's you keep saying a circle though?
That square.
The
The
square
blue
is-
square.
Okay.
It's
I thought
really
we were
a
heading-
circle. Yeah.
Got
It really should be a
So-
circle, but I didn't change it from a square.
Okay, because I thought we were
circle's
heading
the
back
bad
towards the
area.
big with the X, and I'm
No,
like, wait.
that's a bad area. We're not
Hold
going there.
on.
That's bad.
Okay, to the square. Got it. The square.
Circle. It's the square.
Yes, the blue square is really a circle.
Okay, check. Now that my brain knows where the heck we're actually heading.
But is the red circle really a square?
Alright, so yeah, I would say, if she brings this up, I would say, okay, so when we get to about a half a day's travel, we should...
I think
Hey.
Chance is the same. We are at a half a day's travel.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we should stop and try to find a place to hide and rest for the night.
Okay.
Or a rest to recover.
So if
Yes.
are we kind of in this area, like at the, you said we're coming up towards the circle, but like, would we be back in the, or I guess we'd be in the same phase, so there
We would be at
shade.
the edge of the circle, is what he's saying.
Okay.
Because at the edge of the circle, getting to the cave is about a half a day's.
I just didn't know how close we were to the cliff walls.
Oh.
If we'd scooted back and we're hugging them again, or just beelining it straight. That's what I was
Judging that you know that what you're looking for should be around the cliff walls, beelining it straight there might cut. If you had cut off from where you kind of saw that army and headed straight across, you probably could have cut off quarter to half a day.
But then we're completely exposed.
Yeah, then you would have been completely exposed.
Because we'd be straight beeline running, right? And it's
Yeah.
open plains kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's not like.
Yeah,
think
I
it's
wouldn't
best
have
if we-
recommended that.
That's too big.
Because Pass Without a Trace ends after, I think is it 10 minutes?
No, it's like an hour.
It's an hour. But after an hour, they can track us. So we need to get as far away within the hour and then push, to gain more distance, just in case they ever did pick it up.
But
Um,
there it is, people. There you go.
holy
There-
smokes, dude.
What?
How many tabs do you have open? Jesus.
Well, a whole bunch of those are for preparing scripted videos for next week. I have, like, Pathfinder Merfolk and a whole bunch of things about it. And Trolley.
Spoilers! You just spoiled them. Thanks.
Uh-huh. And someone had sent me... I don't even know why this exists, but someone made a Wendy's RPG.
Yeah,
Yes.
Wendy's
Okay.
collaborating.
Yeah.
Critical
with
Role's
Critical.
doing it tonight. Critical Role's doing it tonight.
Yeah, they sent me the PDF of it, and I'm like... Maybe
It's
someday...
super smart on Wendy's part, because KFC's had a lot of publicity with their dating game that they put out.
Mm-hmm.
That I may or may not have done.
So Wendy's, jumping on the tabletop bandwagon. It's
I hadn't even
stupid
heard of
and
that.
silly and not serious at all.
Yes,
But
yes.
They put out a dating, like a
I
dating-
I would save that for April Fool's, though, at this point in time, because it's silly. For a silly day.
It's just funny. It's just a stupid funny.
Anyway, back to the game. So yes, there I have the map pop up for a second.
I will pull out of the bag of holding and hand to Grace the potion of invisibility,
Okay.
and I will say, I know that Chance likes to go alone and solo, but I think from this point forward, we're in too much dangerous waters. You should stick with him. You're the fastest among us, and if things happen, you'll be able to get to us and let us know what's going on if he falls or something.
But it only lasts an hour, right?
I think it's only like 10 minutes, but I'm thinking more of like if we start getting into like close.
Oh, okay. You're saying not take it right
like
now. And
the
then...
whole time, just not, yeah.
Yeah, because this is like you're going to go rest right now. It lasts for an hour, the potion of invisibility. But it works like the normal invisibility spell, so if you attack, you lose it. So it's basically just...
So this is like when we get towards the cave.
And all of you are aware that you still probably wouldn't want to get near a Calada. They do have a very good sense of smell. That's something that it's kind of common knowledge just because of the way that some of them have... And Grits has encountered like some of them being able to like track you by scent.
No beans tonight.
Hey, they have them beast-like faces for a reason.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I
I'm
could
gonna talk
stealth
to
up
Chance.
there with you. Sorry, I was just gonna say I could stealth, along with Chance, and then
No, that's a great idea, and you should.
if things go bad, then take the potion and slip back.
Yeah, and get back to let us know. Because while Chance is great at stealth, if he's discovered, I don't know if he could take that onslaught. Just one of them almost took me down in a couple of hits. And that was, I mean, I'm not what I used to be, but I still consider that pretty effective. I don't want him to be alone. I would hate to lose a friend for something stupid like that. And Chance, you have spent a lot of time in the wilds. Calada do have a great sense of smell. Do you think you could concoct some kind of odor like cover, like some kind of repellent, something that
Perfume.
can help us, even. Just
Do you want
in
to
hunting, you
repel,
hide
or
your
do you
scent.
want to hide your scent?
hide our scent because
Mud.
we look like them, but we don't smell like them.
Mud.
It's true if we roll in the mud. It would help.
I'm
And they
also
wouldn't be able to
gonna
see it
bring up
because it.
that
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna bring up that we killed 3 of them. You're kind of looking like one of them. Maybe it's more pertinent for us to look like prisoners. Say you caught us once we, killed the rest of your team. Just in case.
We only have one set of we haven't seen prisoners with Calada yet. We don't know how they treat
No.
them. Or at least I haven't. You have more experience with Calada than I do.
Chance probably has heard a couple stories from...
Would I know?
You wouldn't know because you wouldn't have encountered it, but Chance is the only one that probably would have heard stories because he talked to Rufus. And Rufus was actually captured.
Yep.
The report that Rufus would have given, which Chance can fill you in on, is that they seem to favor killing first and capture as secondary. It's sort of like, if you manage to survive their onslaught, they might take you alive. If they find you A, interesting, or B, hey, maybe they can find a use for you. It does seem that any prisoners that remain, one of the things that happens to them is slavery.
Yep.
You're not sure how many prisoners that affects, and the other weird things were going to happen with Rufus. Rufus reported that because he was an oddity, because he was a halfling, they were finding him like, oh, maybe they have something similar to our short people, and so they wanted to experiment on him. So they're probably going to send him to like some of their wizards or shamans to do horrible things to and find out more about him.
Does someone have the Pearl of Power? I'm pretty sure that's not in the bag of holding.
Ulfgar
I
might have
don't.
had it, because he's like the only one that I think can really use it.
Oh, it had to be attuned to it. Never mind, I can't use that shit anyways. Alright.
But he might also be.
I
attuned to
have
things.
it for all my spell casting.
Uh-huh.
I cast fists.
I cast Fist of Punchiness.
Alright.
Okay.
So I don't think it's a good idea.
We still need to think of a different plan, considering,
Yeah. I think you're right.
we did fuck up.
Well, clearly, I think me and you need to stay in disguise self, Sydney. You can understand.
I think
that.
it might be best that we all do if we're going to go face the king.
Well, here's my idea.
We might change our disguises a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna look like the ones that we ran into. They seem to have
yeah.
authority. And I think you should too, as well, Sydney, if you can.
I can.
And Ulfgar, do you think you could make someone look dead?
Look dead.
We could
Most
say we
dead.
found this person, and we're bringing them because they're an oddity and they're so far in their lands.
Give me
I
a sec,
think-
I'm thinking.
Unless he has a magical way of doing it, I think it would require acting on the person's part.
I would have to take a bit of a rest, but yes.
We're about to rest. Well, my idea is we take you in with your hand exposed, and we take you with the idea that we need to find out more about you, that you're an oddity, you're weird, right? And so it's us, me and Sydney, bring you in, while the other 2 try to sneak around or sneak through.
Wouldn't it be odd that you guys would be directly bringing him to the king?
Closest person. We just bring them to the closest people that we found them nearby, and that maybe this is the people that we heard of. We've heard of reports that some people snuck in and killed, or a couple commanders were found dead.
Before we get to that part, why don't we figure out where we're resting, and then we can work on our
Yes,
plan
yes,
forward.
of course. These are just ideas. I don't think that should be our first idea, but if we come into a brick wall of guards or something, then
Because alternatively, you said they do sometimes take slaves. We could use our disguises to make us look like we put up a fight. You know, to make us look injured. And then, you know, worst case scenario, like, I mean, we smell like ourselves, okay, but we also look like we put up a fight, you know, and we could play it off that you guys did capture us.
You think with the disguise, you could do to your hand what has happened to Ulfgar? You think that is that within the realm of your abilities, or the hat's abilities?
I pull on my thinking cap and see. It would be, wouldn't it?
Sure.
You can make yourself look like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
his hand extends 15.
The only issue is that if they touch the hand,
Yeah, if they touch it.
they'll go through it.
So we have to make
But
sure
I could
they
make my
touch your
skin look
hands,
like
Ulfgar.
funky or something.
I mean, you could end up looking like me.
The
Wouldn't be
black
the worst.
eyes.
I'm fine with being unconscious.
I'm fine with being
I'm just saying, something to get us through the door, or at least get us close and do a surprise attack. We don't need them building up steam like they did last time.
Can I look like I have a shark mouth? Or something? Just like something
you
really
could give
bizarre?
yourself sharp
Just
teeth.
like-
Yes. Yeah, you could give yourself sharp teeth in your disguise. It would look weird.
That was
I mean,
that
that's
was the
something
kind
that's
of place.
And I'm betting on you.
But because you
Um,
haven't actually encountered it, I will require you to make a
We saw
check.
sharks.
But
I
on
mean, we
a
may have
person.
disadvantage at this point.
Yeah.
'cause
On
we're exhausted.
top of that,
Well,
I
I'm
would
not gonna do it right now. I was
like to
thinking
point out that
after
it's
this.
just a hat sitting on your head. If
Yeah.
it falls off,
Well, yeah, that's gonna blow any disguise. If I look injured, if I have a shark mouth, if I have wiggly fingers.
hence the not needing a disguise.
Yeah. That's my idea.
Okay, but it still
Is-
gives that still Chance and I don't have something to fall back on if we get caught.
Well,
trying
you
to
have the
steal.
potion. And
Okay,
Chance
then
is
what about
really
Chance?
good at not being seen.
And
Oh,
I,
Chance
al-
just died.
And obviously my
I
hat
also-
would go to one of you two.
I also look like a mongrel.
Well, you could take that. You could take Ulfgar's hat. If we're not using him as a disguise.
I can't attune to anything else. Well, I guess I could take off.
Figure
this-
it out, man. We all had to switch.
I didn't.
I mean,
I could take off the ring that Ulfgar gave me. I
I'm
guess.
also betting that Chance, you're good enough at not being seen, though. I'm betting that we won't need you two will be able to get
As
by
long as you
without-
get covered in
By the way, you
Bugs
already
and
see
dust, no.
Chance rubbing mud on himself.
Okay.
Well, we gotta rest. It's gonna be all night, man. That's not mud.
That's not mud. Like, oh, that's not mud.
Okay. I will. Chance is looking for a place to rest. So.
Yeah, and I rolled horribly.
Yeah, you're not going to find any caves or anything like that. You could probably... You can't find a good place that you could hide a fire, but you could find a place that's slightly out of view, like somewhere in the cliff face that, unless someone was pretty close, they probably couldn't notice you. Like a little inlay in it. But again, probably not. a
We're
place to
not
find.
looking to really cook anything. We don't have anything.
Yeah.
And it's warm enough here that we don't really need a fire.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I would like to point out that I will be out for an hour.
Out. Oh, unconscious.
We can't wake you.
No.
What if you cast on somebody else? Can you wake them?
Yes,
Or is
but
it
then we
just-
fall into the trap of
Touching.
way too easy to figure out.
That's too much of a risk. I don't want to risk you like that, man.
Just time it well.
Easier said than done.
That's a long time for you to be out.
We're all dying and we're going, oh
I
my
know.
god, wake up! Slap.
I just kind of stretch out, look around. Oh, god damn.
Again. Ooze. You just see a pile of ooze. Like, oh. That sucks. I don't have.
Well, I mean, would it be better to make him look like he's injured? Ulfgar, make you look like you're injured. And
I think
then
that's a better idea. Make him look injured instead of like dead.
Yeah.
Plus, yeah,
They do capture oddities.
Yeah, we'll just have you at full display.
The one thing about that is you're gonna have to restrain this.
I pull out the manacles. We have manacles.
It's a 15-foot long noodle hand.
Yeah, but he said he could retract it. It's not always 15 feet. They don't need to know all our secrets, guys.
Put it in we could wrap it in a bag too, so it's like.
Oh, that's a good idea. Do you have like a chest?
I hold up the bottom of I hold up the bottom of my shirt and just poke a hole through it. Yeah, bag.
Well, I'm saying like a burlap sack. You like.
You want to top of his head? I mean, no. Let me just put this over top of your.
They don't know that you can poke through it.
Put corks on all the tips.
I'm
first.
just worried about if they have any kind of smarts, how quickly they'll be able to figure us out.
So you do have some control over like the size and length.
Can you curl it up? You can curl it up,
Oh
right?
yeah, make it look curled and gnarled.
And we curl
Tie
it
it in
up and
knots.
then we tie it, right? And loose like what looks like tight knots.
It half listens to me.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I don't know what to do.
We have a bird cage.
We
Well,
have
so my-
chests. We have two
my-
empty chests in our bag of holding. You could take one out, break a hole in it, shove his hand through.
We could also try and fashion a bag out of the chain shirt that we have. It's a little
Yeah, that's
hardier.
cool.
There you
that
go.
is better. Like have it like put the manacle around one end, like wrap it up and then manacle it
Manacle
to
it.
his wrist. And
I
then
have
Oh, you could
some-
use that as,
the
like,
manacles.
whack people.
I mean, with the manacles.
It's like a big club now.
Ah! the manacles are the ones that we had that you could break free, right? Like that was our
Yes.
plan. So you should be able to just pop it off if you need to.
Yeah.
I have some tools,
Um,
not smithing ones though.
I got mason's tools.
I got thieves and woodcarvers.
I don't think we need that far. I think we just need to bundle it. Like it's a shirt, right? We just
can
need
I?
to bundle it and then lock it with the manacle, like to hold it in place.
This one should at least work. Can I see the knot breakout manacles real quick?
Not
Curious.
break out.
Yes, the knot breakout.
I mean, we only have one manacles and it's the breakout ones.
Thought we had
Yeah.
more than one.
Yeah, I
No,
thought we had
only have
two.
one set manacle. We have
Oh.
manacles and chains. We have a chain that we bought.
Hmm.
We could chain the fingers around together.
That just creates another weapon.
Yeah. I mean, really, all we're doing is weaponizing this thing.
It's already a weapon.
More weaponizing.
We're just making it like a fucking club instead of.
All right, so I'm gonna
5
take off 5
thorns.
more rations for today because we're eating our bricks. God, man, our colon. Woo.
Our
You know what?
collective
You know what?
colon.
I'm going to make a survival to see if I can find any edible plants around too.
Just to soften it a little bit. You know?
Okay. Sure, you can find some things. You find a type of like, probably some kind of like tuber. You know,
Okay.
you find like something in between a carrot and a potato.
Potato.
A potato, yeah. And you find something like akin to like a wild lettuce or something. It's probably not that great. It's partially flowering, so you have to kind of clear it up a little bit, and the leaves aren't as good. But it's not bad. It's more than what you had, and it's edible.
Yeah, and it's something we really don't have to cook. So
You could probably find like nearby a small like berry bush too, so you can just grab some
okay.
berries, some tubers, and some like greens that are edible.
I'm gonna pull out some more of my the wine that we have from the rack that we stole a while ago. we had $1,000 worth of gold pieces of wine. That's a lot of wine, I think, right?
No, it
are
was
we
just
ordering
it was just
very
really
expensive.
good wine.
So how much more of this wine do we have? Because we've been using
It was
this
like a
wine for
rack
like
of
a
it.
while.
So let's say you've gone through like half of it at this point in time. You go
Okay,
through
so,
a bunch of it.
0.5, half a rack. All right, I'm gonna pull it out, and I'm gonna look immediately when I pull it out. I'm gonna look over at Signe. I'm just gonna hand the bottle over, and I'll grab another one. And I go,
Grits holds out a hand, you know, like reaching for
I'll
the
hand the bottle to Grits.
Pop.
So, and I'll pull out another bottle.
I look at you. Let's see.
Does everyone need a bottle? Like,
Ulfgar, you make your own alcohol.
I'm offering to
What are you
split.
talking about?
We've been out here for how long?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
alright,
keep
I
track
pull
of
out the
life.
rest and hand them out to people. So we
How
all
drunk did I get you all the other
That's
day?
true. That's true. We got pretty. I'm gonna say, okay, that's 5 more bottles. Are we almost out? Like this racks?
Yeah. You got probably a little bit left still, I would say, but not a lot.
All right. I hold out the thing. I open it. I hold it out and like a cheers, and I go.
Tink.
So maybe our last day.
Clink, 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 clink.
Clink, clink, clink.
I
Alright.
am downing at least half of the bottle immediately.
Oh God.
Ulfgar takes that as a challenge and tries to drink faster than you.
I'm gonna
And
look
Grits
at that and
finishes
I'm gonna-
first.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Grits
Uh,
first.
Grits isn't even trying. Grits is like she's doing the technique where you swirl it.
she's like,
Like so. And I'm
I
just
don't
like.
know. I feel like we need a roll
probably.
between the brewer
She's
and the drinker.
Okay, come on. She's the drunken master. Like, that's
Yeah,
her
the
class.
brewer, the
That's her
drinker.
class, bro.
And then
Yeah,
just
and I've been her drinking buddy for how long?
And the
now?
Yeah.
weirdo.
and the alcoholic.
I'm not getting drunk. I'm just drinking.
I'm not
soda
getting
water.
drunk
I'm
either. Actually, I look at you before you open yours and go, do you want to just...
I'm not getting drunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same time. Glug, 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 glug. Bam.
None of us are
Damn.
drunk. But I still have half a bottle left.
I'm just in
Cool.
it, yeah.
So.
With that brick.
Let's get some rest.
And some veggies.
All right.
You got a
one sec.
veggie wrapped brick.
Doing one more as I down the rest of it. I'm just buzzed. That's great.
Nice.
So we're just straight up killing the king.
Those are my last 2 canteens, by the way. I hand the 23 to Grits.
You like cracking like. That's someone's
no.
skull and bones, isn't it?
How about we make it hell and mix
No,
them?
no, give her the 23, dude. It's Grits.
Oh,
It
we're
was last time. She barely got buzzed. Like, come on, man.
until the end.
Until the end when it hit hard.
Mm.
We're gonna
This
share.
is one of those alcohols that you inhale and it burns your hair. Oh.
It doesn't burn your hair. You grow hair, man.
On
Well,
your
dwarves
chest.
do.
It
Listen.
retreats from your nose and grows other places.
I'll take first watch, I guess.
I'll take second then.
I look
I'm
at the rest of you guys.
And-
Oh wait, no sword. Don't need to
Yeah, I
take
was like,
watches.
what
Fuck
happened to
that.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping with the sword in my hand though, and I'm just gonna look at you guys and Zach will just be like, I'm sorry. I don't know how to fight like this.
You'll learn. Are the tents set up?
I don't know. Are we?
Are we
setting
using
up?
tents?
I
I
didn't think we were.
I'm not.
Ulfgar just goes over to his pack and gets out one of the tent bundles and starts setting one up.
No, I just throw out a blanket.
It's not an instant pop one.
It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. out here.
Bedroll.
Yeah. I put a blanket down, then put the bedroll on the blanket. You know, that little extra cushion.
Like
And then
3 millimeters of fluff.
Yes. It matters. It matters. Watch tomorrow.
Well, it's a
You're right.
winter
I
blanket
fumbled.
though, so it might be a little more than 3 millimeters.
5 millimeters.
Okay,
So,
you are wholly over-prepared for winter stuff.
Oh yeah, we
I
were.
don't think we've really went. Whatever.
So
Cave could be cold.
everyone's setting up for watch and laying down, right?
Yep.
All right, Ulfgar walks over to Grits. Last day, grabs your hand and takes you over to the tent.
Oh yeah.
I'll let the chance be like, what do they got to talk about?
When the
Make
tenant is
your own stealth
rocking,
checks?
don't
No.
come a knocking.
Us roll stealth checks. Hilarious.
You're not wearing your armor.
I just
It still won't work.
I just,
Have fun, you two.
The
You
hand
see
is
my
like
hand stick out
half
with a little
of
thumbs
the
up.
And his head's still dragging outside the.
It's not that long, unless I
It's
attack.
really long, bro.
It can be.
Oh, that's funny. So I'll take the decanter of endless water out with the bag of holding,
Okay.
and I will create. I'll just go over to a dirt area, and I'll just open it and let it do like a small stream, and I'll just leave it all night so we have a huge mud pile in the
Okay.
morning for us to cover our scent.
Sweet.
Good call.
Mud bath.
Okay.
It's good for your pores.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We never use that bottle. We never use that thing, by the way.
I didn't even know we had one.
Spray some in the tent.
It's technically a gourd of endless water, but yes, you've had it for like ever. The first team discovered it, and it keeps going around in bags of holding, and no one ever, and you always forget about it. So this was a good use of it.
Spray some in the tent.
But why don't we rest the evening, and why don't we take our first break here a little early, because it's probably a good point in time. It's almost 10. So, we'll take our first break here, be back in a couple of minutes, and as the team rests, and then when we return, they'll be waking up in the morning. Or getting attacked at the night, whichever happens. We'll find out. Anyway, drink, bathroom, snack, go get it, and we'll be back soon.
You guys think